Hello guys, welcome back to this tutorial for creating an application on AppInventor. Alright, so the last time we stopped here, okay, on the design of our user interface. We have forgotten one component, which is the Bluetooth component, okay. To get it, we go on our left hand side on the palette, we go to connectivity, we click on connectivity here. Alright, and we choose Bluetooth client. We choose Bluetooth client. Okay, the component is an invisible component, but you can see that it's appearing here. Okay, and the variable is also here, Bluetooth client. And also another things I wanted to do is just to align those three switches in the middle of your phone. Okay, so that it looks nice just for design sake. So I click on the horizontal alignment and I centered it here. You can see now how everything is aligned in the middle. So now we go to the block part where we are actually coding them. You will see on the left hand side where it's written block, you will see all your components listed there. Okay, you have the switches, the Bluetooth client, the list view, the buttons. Okay, all the variables are here where you can manipulate the component. Okay, so what we need to do here, we're gonna work on button 1. Okay, when we click on button 1, remember you have all the functionality of button 1 are here. Okay, but in your project, when we click on button 1, okay, what you're supposed to do is to list all the Bluetooth pair devices in the list view, right? So we're gonna take this on click function, we put it here, and we're gonna put a if statement, because remember, I'm gonna say if, where is control, if is under control. Okay, the built-in services, if statement, if what, if the Bluetooth is enabled. Okay, because you cannot just pair everything in the list view if the list, if the Bluetooth is not available. Okay, so we're gonna go, we click on Bluetooth here, Bluetooth client, we see all the functionality of Bluetooth client, and you're gonna say if the Bluetooth is enabled. Okay, if it's enabled, not available, enable. Okay, and this one, because it's a if statement, so it's a logic here, we're comparing something, we put it here, and we take if it's true, right? If it's true, so we take the logic true here and we put it here. So now if the Bluetooth is enabled, okay, now we're gonna list all the pair devices into the list view. And how do we do it? We click on the list view. Okay, we look for list view set element, because now we're going to set actually the list view, you're going to set the element inside the list view, and those elements are actually the pair devices, the Bluetooth pair devices. So we click on Bluetooth here and we look for Bluetooth address name. It's actually Bluetooth address name. So the devices are recognized by the address. Okay, each device has a specific address. All right, so all the addresses of your pair of your Bluetooth paired devices will be listed in the list view. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. And then when we are done with this, okay, it's a good thing, good practice to have a notifier. I go back on my designer and I look for notifier on the user interface. The notifier is also an invisible component. I'm gonna drag it and drop it here inside. I'll go back to the block and then I will click on that notifier. The notifier will actually tell us that, you know, we have connected, or what can we say about the notifier? Bluetooth click. Okay, we have connected everything. We say okay, notifier, we're gonna say it's, what can we say into notifier? We call notifier for a message, show alert message. Okay, what are we going to say? We're going to say we need a string here. We're gonna get the string under the text. Okay, we need a string here, it's text, and we type inside Bluetooth BT listed. Okay, this is just to say BT is listed after we have listed all the Bluetooth elements. So now, if for instance, if the Bluetooth is not available and you're trying to press on the button, okay, so we can also have a notifier there. So we're gonna say else, if statement. There's also the else part. We take on that else part, please, yeah, here. So the else part appear here, okay, and say we're gonna say, let me just duplicate this, we're gonna say Bluetooth not enabled, BT not enabled. All right, so we're just gonna say Bluetooth not enabled. This will allow us to know that yeah, we made a mistake, we did not activate our Bluetooth, and we're just trying to connect it. So we're done with button 1. Let's go to button 2. On button 2, this button is actually used to do what? To disconnect the Bluetooth, right? And what can we do about this? To disconnect the Bluetooth, we go here. We're gonna check if the Bluetooth is enabled, right? Let me not just disconnect because I want to disconnect. We need an if statement. We take our if statement here, we drag and drop it inside our button click, and when we say what, if the Bluetooth is enabled, okay, then we're going to do what? We're going to disable the Bluetooth by clicking on Bluetooth client. We go down and we say disconnect, disconnect, disconnect. What is it? Bluetooth is connected. What we do is set the disconnect. Set call Bluetooth disconnect. Yeah, we call Bluetooth disconnect. This one will help us to disconnect the Bluetooth, and we need a notifier. Okay, we're gonna take our notifier here, and we're gonna say Bluetooth BT disconnected. Okay, Bluetooth disconnected. All right, so the first button, when we click on the first button, okay, we check if the Bluetooth is enabled. Okay, if it's true, then this part will fire up. Okay, this part set element, we are setting all the Bluetooth pair devices by addresses into the list view, and then we're gonna see that everything is listed. Okay, just a notifier to tell that everything went all right. Now if it's not enabled and by mistake we have clicked on the button, for instance, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna say that the Bluetooth is not enabled, just to notify the user that Bluetooth is not enabled, for him to enable it on his phone. So on the button 2, okay, button 2, we are using it to disconnect our Bluetooth, right? Because we want to, it's a good practice also to disconnect your Bluetooth, not leave it open every time. So if the Bluetooth is enabled, okay, we are going to call Bluetooth disconnect. Okay, it's a function, a built-in function, and when we call Bluetooth disconnect, because we will not know, it's just going to happen in the hardware, it's a good thing to have the notifier here that will tell us BT disconnected. Okay, so this function will also trigger show alert notice BT disconnected. All right, so now after we have done this, okay, the list view now has all the elements that we need. We need now actually to select our EXP32 from the list view, right? So we're gonna take this function called after picking. I'm just gonna put this function here, after picking, okay? And what do we need after picking? We need we actually need the connection to be between the selection, the Bluetooth that you have selected on the list view, okay? So what are we going to do? We're going to say Bluetooth if, no, it's an if statement. It's an if statement. We're gonna say if the one that we accept, the one